In this lecture, we'll discuss how we can create test data for these inputs. So let's ask the same ChatGPT with the same prompt. Can you please include the test data generation or test data for the above login page? While I do that, it now tells there is an updated version of the test scenario with corresponding test data for the login page. So now it adds the test data as well, which is cool because sometimes while we write the manual testing scenarios, it becomes so obvious that if you don't provide the test data for that particular test case, we don't even know what exactly has gone wrong. But in here, because we have got the test data, it could be the case that if you pass an empty value like username and password, we get this error. And if you pass the invalid data, then we get this error. Just update this scenario, which is a valid scenario, with your correct username and password, and then you expect the page to be loaded. So all these things even makes more sense while we try to perform quite a lot of different operations with this test data. You see that this is going to be even more handy while we try working out with a large set of test cases, because this is a very simple operation like login operation. We have got a very few data. But what if I go back to the page, let's say I'm going to log in to this particular application, and if I go to employee list and if I hit a create new, this page is entirely different as well. So if I just go view the page source, and if I just copy this entire thing over here, and I'm going to stop ChatGPT and I'm going to ask the question, can you write the scenarios for this page? And now you can see that immediately ChatGPT is on it to create scenarios for the create new employee page. So which is, it knows that this is the page that it is dealing with because it has got that information from the header of that particular page. So it is on to it. So it is trying to write it over here along with the test data as well. And guess what? It has also scrapped even further on the page because it knows that inside this particular page, we also have got the validation information, like the field salary must be a number, the field duration must be a number, and also if there is any validation, it goes beyond there and it checks if there is any validation available, like a data validation message. So based on that, it is trying to write the validation information for us as well. So you can see that it says that field validation scenario, and it tells you that if the name field is not there, then this should be the message. And it says that if there is a salary field being empty, then it says the validation message should appear stating that the salary field is missing, like that. So it gets that information for us. We can even make it more specific, like let's say if this messages are coming through or not, like if the validation is not a salary with a number, or not if it is entered as a string value. So it can do that as well. So we can just ask this question to ChatGPT. Can you add scenarios for validation in the above form where the fields are of different input strings, which the fields are not supported, like string or integers? And once I do that, immediately ChatGPT knows what I'm talking about, and then he's adding few more input validation type scenarios. So it tells me that if it is going to be a number, then duration for field does not accept a numeric value, then it should say that the duration worked should be a number and something like that. But it is not giving you the exact message what the page actually has got, but it is there because it knows what exactly we are talking about, and it is adding those scenarios over here, which is quite awesome. So this way we can see that we could able to get all the information that we're looking for in this particular page. In our next lecture, we will discuss how we can generate the exact same information from our local large language models.